Hello again, this is Placo, and now that we've gone over how to use the PGA Weekly cheat sheet and the course trends tool to generate custom rankings and player targets for the week, it's now time to build lineups. And if you are a multi-entry player on DraftKings, the PGA Lineup Generator tool is going to be a great tool for you to use. It's available under the PGA menu. You just click Lineup Generator, and you'll load this page here. Top of the page has a bunch of instructions, which is basically what I'm going to go over here in the video. So the first step here, first thing you'll notice is that all the players that are displaying are limited lists from the week. It's only the players that you have targeted as either secondary or primary plays for the week, only the yellow and green color targets. So you want to customize your cheat sheet, set all your player targets first, and then come over to the lineup generator page when you're ready to make lineups for the week. So the first thing we need to do is set the number of lineups we're going to generate. I'm going to go ahead and make 50 for the week. We click 50, we click Save Targets, and you'll see we have some totals information being displayed here. The total roster spots that we need to fill is 300 based on your 50. DraftKings is a 6-player roster with a $50,000 salary cap, so that's also showing our total salary available. And then total players used and total salary used is based on your target percentage count down here, and the target count of what that percentage works out to be based on the number of lineups you're generating. So it is very, very important that these target percentages are set so that your total players used and salary used matches up really close with the total roster spots and total salary that we have available. Generally, you want to go even a little bit over the totals just to give the generator a little bit of leeway to work with. It's really hard to get an exact combination of 300 players if you only have 300 players available. So right now we're at 304 players and a little bit under salary. So we can probably still make a couple adjustments. It should be pretty good the way it is, though. I've made some changes. When you first load the lineup generator, your core players are going to default to 40% and your secondary players will default to 20%. Obviously, I've made some changes from that already. I've decided to fade Rory this week for whatever reason, and I'm going low on Spieth, but I've decided Bubba he's my number 3 overall ranking for the week. That's the number in parentheses. He's got a really good salary. And I've decided I'm going all in on Bubba. I think he's going to win the tournament, so 100%. I've got my other core players set pretty high, Rose and DJ up at 38%. But like I said, you have to keep in mind, we really have to build lineups kind of in our head here. So you can't just set your expensive guys very high. You gotta balance it out with cheaper guys too. And Kisner and Na are both ranked pretty high, and their salary is very low this week, so I've got them at 45%, and I've also included Sangmoon Bae. He's the cheapest guy in the field, I think, or maybe second cheapest. Danny Lee is pretty cheap, so I've got those guys set at 25 and 30%. It takes a lot of time to tweak these numbers. You really, really need to pay attention to a good distribution. You got to give the generator a chance to make the lineups. So I'm a little under salary, a little over, so I think I can probably use maybe a guy like Hideki a little bit more, maybe Kuchar a little bit more. So I'm up to 307 players. I'm 8,000 over salary. I think that's going to be fine. So I'm going to save my targets, and now I'm going to generate lineups. Click once, and you'll watch the status. It's going to give you a running total. Works pretty fast usually, as long as your targets are set right. Hopefully you fill your request. We did. We now have 50 lineups generated. Once it's done, it's going to show you your totals that it rostered over here, so you can look over here to validate. Has a little bit of leeway built in, but so for Spieth, we wanted him on 7.5. We got him on 8. That's pretty good. Stenson 12.5. We got him 13. We got Fowler on 12. We wanted 11. Rose was 19. Pretty good. We got Bubba on all 50. You can see these numbers are pretty much nailed. They're within one, higher above, higher low on every one of our players. So I think that's a pretty good result. I think I like that. I can look through here. I can look at the lineups it made. It's going to show the total salary over here. It will accept at a lower acceptance level, lower salaries, but in golf that's okay. We don't need to always fill the salary cap completely. But you do have the option. There's this lock icon over here. You can click a bunch of lineups to lock them in place. You can click generate lineups again, to get a new mix of lineups if you don't quite like the distribution here. But I think this is good results. I like it. I'm going to export my lineups to a CSV. That generated a CSV file. Let's open it up here. You can see we've got just a boring CSV file. This can be used if you have the Roto Grinders mass lineup entry extension. I believe it's for Chrome and Firefox, but you can go over to Roto Grinders and look in the forums for that. Install that extension, use the CSV, upload your lineups in a matter of seconds, enter your contests, and go make all the money. So thanks for watching these videos. I hope they help you build lineups and learn how to consistently win at daily fantasy golf. So thanks for watching, everyone.